Strange World is Disney's environmentally themed family adventure that throws a few curveballs at viewer expectations, but ultimately turns in a feel-good action movie experience. Taking the three-generation father-son-grandson trope to a new level, the film kicks off with famed explorer Quaid pushing the boundaries of this fictional world of Avalonia to conquer its mysteries, but alienating his more intellectually minded son, Searcher, in the process. Searcher's happy just to have discovered a new plant species on their latest expedition, and he doesn't feel the call of the wild so much, beyond this one modest discovery. This new plant, however, turns out to contain a breakthrough power source for his people, now called Pando, taking them from an agrarian to a much more modern tech-rich society in only a few short years. As young Searcher Quaid settles down, marries, and has a son of his own, all running the family business, farming Pando, the patriarch Jaeger is still missing for 25 years, and now presumed dead. But one day, the president herself appears on Searcher's lawn, announcing that Pando crops across the world have started to die, and their revolutionary power source could be disappearing forever, requiring Searcher to join an impromptu expedition to uncover the cause. Falling into an uncharted area of the planet, they soon discover a strange world of new species with a new natural order which they are completely unprepared to handle, nearly cutting their quest short until, you guessed it, the heroic figure of Quaid, the missing dad, reappears to rescue them and guide the expedition through the unknown wilds he's been surviving in since his disappearance. It's at this point we get a journey to the center of the earth meets Fantastic Voyage sort of feel to the story, and that piques your interest as the film's thematic clues start to mount. Along the way, the youngest Quaid, Searcher's son Ethan, who's stowed away, of course, is confronted with two models of modern manhood: his bold, impulsive, survivalist granddad, and his own more thoughtful, resourceful, and faithful dad, who just wants to fix the problem and return to his peaceful farm family life. And here's where we get the twist. Pando turns out to be a cancer on their quite living planet, and they themselves are soon recognized as an invading disease by the planet's immune system, which has been triggered by their blundering around. So eventually, the expedition must choose between saving their world and saving their comfortable way of life. In other words, going backward in their technological evolution as a society by destroying the cancer, or just letting it all run amok, eventually killing everything, but keeping society growing till the very end. It reminds me of that cartoon, For One Brief Moment We Maximize Shareholder Value, if you remember that one. The choice seems obvious, but obvious is not the same as easy, much as we see in our own world today. And yes, it's a bit of a brute force allegory for our own ecological conundrums concerning things like fossil fuels and rampant development of technology, but Strange World takes it up a notch to argue that human reason itself must remain above any preferred outcome or ideology. Here, a plant, a seemingly natural thing, is the cancer, sort of turning on its head our usual notion of what harmful energy products look like, with the film doubling down on its position that appearances can be deceiving. And no matter what side of the ideological arguments we may align with, we need to make sure we stop and consider the issues with a clear head. Here, even the president, who at first locks Searcher and his family up once they realize Pando is actually killing the planet's heart, maybe she's afraid to preside over the societal upheaval that's sure to follow once the truth gets out, she's unwilling at first to even see the facts in front of her. She must eventually own up to it and take the steps necessary to preserve the very world they're standing on, even if the so-called greatness of their society and its meteoric rise into technological supremacy has to be rerouted and reimagined. In the fictional world of Strange World, this is something that seems attainable with just the will and vision of a few key players working together. In our own world, of course, good luck. We're still hoping for the wisdom to survive. But it's overall a heartening message when we see that even the great old patriarch, Quaid, can get over his own heroic frontier-conquering predilections and return home to help reimagine and repair society, and his family too while he's at it. and build together toward a brighter future for everyone. So if you're familiar with the Gaia hypothesis, that idea that our Earth is a living organism, that'll just add another dimension of nuance and interest to this film for you. Or if you're more of a it's turtles all the way down sort of thinker, there's fun here for you too. The film is well done, the action sequences really impressive and exhilarating, and it's all just thought-provoking enough to deliver good messages to kids without preaching. Well, that was my experience with it anyway. My daughter loved watching it. We hadn't watched a movie together in a while now, and figuring out the characters were all inside a giant living organism before the big reveal had her excitedly jumping up and down on the couch. So there's a lot of engagement here for kids in unraveling the puzzle of Strange World while you're watching it. The worst thing I think I can say about Strange World is that it's ultimately sort of forgettable. And I'm not sure why that is, but you kind of want a film as inventive and fun and aspirational as this movie is to also stick with you so you can think about it again. Maybe even watch it again. And I just don't think that we probably will. The jury's out on that. But it is a great choice for your family movie night, for sure. It's just probably not going to become a perennial favorite. Once you figure out what makes it tick, the intrigue is essentially over. So do put it up there if you're looking for a fun flick for everyone in the family, but at least in our house, no one's suggesting an encore just yet. But it's fun while it lasts. So that's Strange World. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thanks go out to M, that's the only clue they left me, M, for buying us a coffee this time. 5 cups, in fact, over on our Buy Me a Coffee page. Thank you, M, much appreciated. And while I'm at it, I'm also really very grateful to everyone who's commented and subscribed lately. Our Boy and the Heron review has had some organic growth that this channel hasn't really seen before, and I'm humbled and kind of proud that folks continue to tune in and look at movies with us. Lastly, if you don't know what Buy Me a Coffee is and you want to support our channel, just look in the description for the link where you can do that easily without any sort of commitment. M, once again, thank you. See you next time.